If you're getting less than 5 hours a night, you could be doubling your risk of becoming obese, according to a research study presented at the International AC21 Research Festival, hosted by the University of Warwick this month. Concerns over obesity have long been widespread in the USA, where the relationship between exercise, diet, weight and health are being studied extensively. But now the World Health Organization is looking at increases in Europe too, and is developing a charter to organise immediate action to curb obesity in the region.
It is an indeed serious problem. A high body mass index is one of the key risk factors for non-communicable diseases, which are responsible for the majority of deaths in Europe. We have seen an increase in the last 30 or 40 years, and now most of the countries in the WHO European region are affected. We have up to 2/3 of the population which is affected by overweight. And now the problem is becoming increasingly important for children.
This link between lack of sleep and obesity is an early finding of a study by Professor Francesco Cappuccio of the University of Warwick's Medical School. He examined current evidence in over 28,000 children and 15,000 adults and discovered that sleeping less than 5 hours a night is associated not only with a greater increase in body mass index and waist circumference over time, but alarmingly with an almost twofold increase in the risk of obesity for both groups.
Parallel to an epidemic of obesity in the Western world, we found that since 1910, particularly in the United States where data have been collected more comprehensively, there's been a rapid decline in the number of hours we sleep per night, from about over 9 hours per night down to less than 7. And this seems to be associated with an increasing level of chronic conditions.
Like other factors contributing to obesity, food choices, lack of exercise, it seems to be a lifestyle issue.
This is an interesting piece of research, putting together different lifestyle aspects with food choices. The choice of food is, however, very much determined by what is around. So the obesogenic environment is what we need to research even more. So the integration between medical research and socio-political research is something we should be exploring more.
Some of Professor Cappuccio's findings also provide a potential reason for the connection between sleep and an increase in appetite.
These data also show that there are plausible mechanisms by which these associations may be explained by. The changes in hormones, one called leptin and one called ghrelin, may affect the level of appetite, and they may be directly affected by the lack of sleep. So in actual terms, some of the research shows that one of the possible mechanisms explaining our findings is a hormonal mechanism leading to eating more.
Professor Cappuccio wants to explore the area further, looking at how short sleep may be linked to other conditions like diabetes and hypertension, as well as obesity, which, according to the World Health Organization, now affects 1 in 3 children in Europe alone, and that is growing at a rate of 1 to 2% a year.